Pasta. I love pasta. Also, chapati with any stew. Chapo. Yeah. Chapo with any stew. But also because I know how to make good chapatis. So yeah.
Now you know something about Elsie. Yeah, that is for the starter. Okay, so today we are going to talk about living with chronic illness and the mental and physical toll no one talks about.
Light amplifies my pain. Noise or sound amplifies my pain. Touch amplifies my pain. So normally I just want to be in a dark room, total silence, and sometimes I can't even touch my skin. If I can't touch my skin, someone else cannot. So imagine you're sick, you've got to see a doctor in the hospital, and they can't even touch you to examine you.
And have you ever been in a position where you had like to shift your definition of success, productivity, or identity?
I don't know myself without a chronic illness, honestly. I don't.
So how does a normal day look for you, living with the unpredictable nature of the chronic illness?
If I want to wake up at 7, maybe to take a shower, I'll wake up at 6, my alarm will ring at 6. Because I can't make the first steps from the bed immediately. I can't. My body is always stiff. So my heels become so painful. The joints are so sore. I wake up with swollen fingers, swollen feet.
And have you ever experienced guilt, isolation, or anxiety? And how did you cope with it? Hi.
Hi.
How are you feeling right now, Elsie?
I'm okay. I'm confident. Yeah, I'm not nervous.
We are glad to hear. So, Elsie, thank you so much for being here.
Okay.
For those who may not know you yet, can you share a bit about yourself and what led you to start a YouTube channel?
My name is Elsie Nandwa. I'm an autoimmune condition warrior. I have fibromyalgia and ankylosing spondylitis that I'm on follow-up with. It's been long, almost 10 years since diagnosis. Yeah, basically that's who I am. I'm just an autoimmune condition advocate. I talk about these conditions, mostly my diagnosis and overall autoimmune conditions, just to create awareness and to educate people about these conditions because they are rare and they are hard to diagnose. So I wouldn't want someone else to suffer the same misdiagnosis or to take long to get a diagnosis like I did. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for that. And when did you first realize something wasn't quite right with your health?
Basically, I've just been sick since childhood. So maybe let's just say since childhood, I've just been a sick child. I've never had like an healthy body before. I've just known myself to be sick since childhood.
And how has it been for you?
It's not easy. Any diagnosis is not easy, whether it's malaria or typhoid or ankylosing spondylitis or fibromyalgia. Whatever condition you have, whatever diagnosis you get, it's never easy. It always takes a toll on your mental health. So I'd say it's been a hard journey, a tough journey, but all in all, a girl has to smile and a day at a time. That's what I always tell myself, like a day at a time. Whatever is out of my control, whatever I can't control, I can only be okay with it and take it a day at a time, a moment. Yeah.
And what are the fun facts about Elsie?
That's a good one. Fun facts about me.
Yeah.
I'm claustrophobic.
So,
I hate enclosed spaces.
okay.
And
This applies to even a physical space?
Yes.
Okay.
I hate enclosed spaces.
How
I can't be in a lift alone. I used to.
Okay. And how do you feel about this space? Will you consider it enclosed space?
No, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not. And I'm also afraid of heights.
Heights, okay.
I'm scared of footbridges. I'm scared of balconies.
You are saying something about lift also?
Yeah. If I'm in a lift, I have to be with someone. There's a time nilikwama kwa lift and I was there alone for almost 20 minutes. I had a panic attack. I cried. I dialed the emergency number and no one was speaking. So that was not long ago. That was last year, I think around November. So since I'm scared of lifts, I was never scared of lifts. I was only afraid of an MRI machine. For those who know, I know it's not something everyone knows. So the first time I had an MRI done, I actually cried inside the MRI machine. Like, it's enclosed, let's say it's just enclosed, a tiny space that you just taken in, like you lie on your back and then you're taken in. And this funny, but the first time it felt like I'm in a coffin. Like,
is the one that's like you enter into the
yes, yes, and it's not with a, it's not like a CT scan. With a CT scan, it's open at the back, but this one it's enclosed. So new too. So just I hate enclosed spaces.
It's MRI.
Yes.
MRI.
Yeah.
Okay. How is the meal? You haven't tasted it.
It's
Yeah, please, you can just give it a taste, and as you are tasting it, do you have like a favorite dish?
Yeah.
Oh, you do have, okay. What's your favorite dish?
I think I have a number, quite a number, about pasta. I love pasta. Also, chapati with any stew. Chapo. Yeah. Chapo with any stew, but also because I know how to make good chapatis. So yeah.
Okay.
But generally, I think I just love a nice meal.
A nice meal.
Yeah.
Well cooked meal.
Yes.
You consider yourself a cook meal?
Yeah, I do.
Or like a good cook at your cook meal. A good cook.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
on a scale of 1 to 10, what will you give yourself?
A 9.
A 9.
Yes.
Okay. And how do you feel about this? Is your first podcast?
Yeah, this is my first ever podcast.
Okay. How do you feel about it?
I'm not afraid of cameras. I'm not scared. So I'm glad to be here. Yeah. So I love camera. So that's why I'm very comfortable here. Yeah.
Confident.
Yeah,
I
true.
can tell. Okay.
Yeah.
Sawa. Thank you for your time. So
welcome.
Yeah, let's meet in the next session.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
We will.
Okay.
Hello, wonderful humans. Welcome to Modern Day Campfire by your host Martin Sambia, where we advocate for mental health through visual arts and talks. And today our magnificent guest goes by the name Elsie Nandwa. Elsie, karibu.
Asante.
Yeah, I'm very happy to host you today, and I'm just looking forward for what this conversation it's gonna bring to the lives of people, because it's gonna be a touching one, and it's gonna impact many of you. So out of curiosity, what is one thing people do get wrong about you?
That I'm an extrovert. I think I'm in between borderline extrovert introvert.
An
But
ambivert?
I love my
Okay.
I love my space.
You love your space more.
Normally people think I'm an outgoing person. But I just love my space.
More. Yeah. Okay. But the interaction we've had, I will I will consider you an extrovert. Yeah, in my perspective.
Actually, that is how most
people perceive you.
Perceive me.
It's like I do happen also to love my space a lot.
Yeah.
And like outward, I will also for some reason be considered as an extrovert. Yeah, for some reason I also consider myself as ambivert as you. Yeah. I value my space, and I create that balance. Like when I'm out,
normally when I'm out with friends, if maybe we are a group of 5, you are my friend, then you bring other people.
Okay.
I'll just be quiet the whole time because I'll just feel out of space.
And that is the same also on my end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will take a lot for me now to start
only
to speak
comfortable around people. I trust my instincts, my gut. If it tells me to be comfortable around you, I will. If it doesn't, I just be there and not say anything. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Now you know something about Elsie. Yeah, that is for the starter. Okay, so today we are going to talk about living with chronic illness and the mental and physical toll no one talks about.
Yeah, sure.
So to a viewer who is joining us, what will you promise them to gain by the end of this conversation?
An educative and insightful video. By the end of this video, you guys will know the impact of chronic illness on mental health, because the two come as a fact and they depend on each other. So by the end of this video, you guys will also know how to handle a person with chronic illness or a person with a terminal illness, a person with any sort of illness, any sort of condition. At least you guys will know how to handle them, will know how to communicate, how to take care of them. At least you'll have to understand them, not from the same angle, like at least try to fit in their shoes for just, I don't know, a bit. Yeah, by the end of it. I hope so. I really hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm already getting it. Like I'm already getting it. And what were the early days for you before you were diagnosed with the illness?
The early days before diagnosis, they were, let me just say, they were full of confusion. Like confusion in the sense that we don't know what is happening. I am sick, the symptoms are there. We are only treating the symptoms, but we don't know the root cause. So it was just pure guesswork, so it was just confusion. But also I can say the early days, despite all that, I had some peace, some comfort, knowing that it's not a big deal. You get, like, maybe it's just malaria, or maybe I just have weak bones, that's why I keep on breaking them. Or maybe it's just some kidney infection, that's why they keep on happening. Like, you see, like I just had some peace knowing that this is not a big deal. Not like now. Not that I don't have peace, but I think it was much easier. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And were there days that you were dismissed or misunderstood by your friends, families, or even doctors?
For me, it was hard. I had symptoms that we didn't even explain. But lucky for me, I have a very supportive family, like my closest one, my parents and my siblings. But also at some point, they misunderstood me when it came to fatigue, because I was just fatigued. Even if I sleep for 10 hours and I wake up the next morning, I am tired. But I used to drag myself doing everything, even just washing utensils or just maybe cleaning the house, mopping, doing whatever. It was just fatigue. So they used to think, Elsie's just lazy. Like, you're just lazy. Umosha hizi vyombo for 1 hour. Kwani umelazy, you get? Like, I don't know. I feel they misunderstood me regarding the fatigue. But everything else, they were okay with. Doctors, yes. Doctors and maybe teachers at school. With school, they used to think, okay, I just don't like being in school. I just want to be home, pretending that I'm sick. And I don't know, they thought maybe I was just lazy. I'm just faking it. But funny, like, the good thing is my mom used to advocate for me. If I'm sick, I am sick. I will not go to school, she'll take me to the hospital. As long as I'm not staying at home, she has taken me to the hospital. So whatever other people think, like, it doesn't matter. At least she knows I was sick. And with doctors, when you see a doctor, the same, for example, the same doctor over and over again, and they don't find a cause to your symptoms, they just you pretending. Yeah, and it has not been easy. Friends, some left along the way after diagnosis, because when we are still young, there are things we want to do maybe as friends, but when I can't do them, I can't go out, I'm tired, I'm sick. So some of them think, should I just be at home? Like we don't even need to bring her wherever we're going. Most of them didn't understand me. Most of them didn't understand. Some still don't understand my conditions. Like, and some don't even like. No, it's good when you don't know something, but you want to know. Not you don't know something, but whatever you have in your mind, the perspective of the condition you have in your mind, that's what you want it to stick with you. So you have your own things. People have said so many mean things. Friends have said so many mean things, tough things. But I don't know, me, I just smile, I forgive. Because for me, I'll just forgive you. Even if you do me any wrong, I'll forgive you for my own good. Because I know if I hold onto that grudge, it's me I'm hurting. So I just forgive and give you space. Like I won't allow you to come close to me again, to hurt me again. I'll forgive you, but I'll keep the distance between us. So yeah.
You have, I'm gonna diverge kidogo too.
Yeah,
You have a very very good relationship with forgiveness. Not
Yes.
everyone see it the way you see it.
I struggled. I have struggled with forgiveness for so long.
And where is it, the fact that now you have a better understanding of it, where is that stemming from?
Forgiveness is not for the person that has hurt you. Forgiveness is for you. It's for yourself. Because if you hurt me, I'm the one hurting. You're not the one hurting. If I don't let that go, if I don't forgive you and free myself, you won't even know how much you hurt me. You won't even tell that I'm still hurting. For you, your life is just going on as normal. But I'm the one still sad. I'm the one hurting. So the best thing, if I just want to free myself, I just have to forgive you, like, because grudges are not good because they impact your mental health. Yeah. So if you just want to take care of your mental health, I know forgiveness is not easy. Forgiveness is a journey. So I was left a question here by Elizabeth Ogalo. It says, "Are you worth it? Can therapy work for everyone?" This is a very good question. Actually, two good questions. And yes, I am very worth it. I am very worth it. So much worth it. Not just me. I think everyone is worth it. And normally, we tend to measure our worth in financial. Like, if you're good financially, you're worth it. If you're stable financially, you're worth it. But it's not how you feel about yourself and the impact you play in other people's life. You might not know the impact you play in someone's life. Like, for example, Martin, he has, like, you've really done so good today and you've helped me so much in today's videos. And that is something I can never ever forget. And that makes, like, you're very worth to me. The same way I feel I'm worth to you. You get, we've helped each other. So someone's worthy or someone's worthiness does not necessarily dwell on how much you bring into society. Even the little things you do makes you worth. Even if you're not doing anything, just being alive. Imagine just waking up, being able to breathe. You're worth it. Like my loves, you're worth it. Either way, you're worth it. Your life is worth it. Everything about you is worth. And another question was, can therapy work for everyone? Yes, so much, so much. And this, for everyone, I mean, mostly I want to dwell on men more. Therapy works for everyone, and I feel like women, we've embraced therapy so much that men have. And also something about our generation, the current generation, we've embraced therapy, some of us at least. But therapy is, it's important, it works for everyone. And you can never know the impact of something until you try it. And I feel like therapy does not necessarily mean that I'm going to see a psychologist, I'm a psychiatrist, whatever. You can even have therapy. For me, I feel like even just talking to a friend, for me, that is therapy on its own. It helps, because if I cannot afford therapy, therapy is expensive, honestly. Therapy is expensive. But if I cannot afford to pay therapy, but if I have a friend that can listen, that's all. That also is a sort of therapy, and it helps. If you just speak to someone, tell them how you feel, whatever you're going through, somehow you feel like some burden is lifted. You just feel at ease. You feel like something has been lifted off you, and it gives you some peace. So yeah, therapy is important, and therapy works for everyone, including men. It works. Yeah, it works for everyone. Thank you, Elizabeth, for the question. Yeah, thank you. So I'm going to write my question for the next guest.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. That is, yeah, that is well put. And I'm hoping it is enlightening to you as it is enlightening to me. So I know there is a viewer maybe who is hearing that term, fibromyalgia, for the first time. Do you mind taking us through what it is?
Yeah, fibromyalgia.
Fibromyalgia.
Yeah, yeah. Myalgia, let's see, myalgia is sorry, pain, joint ache. But so when you have fibromyalgia, you become sensitive to like pain, sensitive to things mostly around you. So every pain you have, it's amplified, for lack of better in a layman's language. So if I have a pain that is a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, now it's amplified, it becomes even. And so basically, the way the central nervous system in the brain, the way the brain sends the sensory, whatever the nerves, the sensory, I don't know how to put it. Like the way the nervous system, it coordinates the entire system.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow mind malfunctions. I don't know how to put it. I'm trying. So somehow mind malfunctions.
So it is not able to register the pain or something.
Yes.
Okay.
Or maybe if it's like it sends the signals. Like the signals are not sent in the right way. Let's just say that.
Okay.
So now the signals amplifies everything in the body. If there is pain, it amplifies pain. If there is fatigue, it amplifies fatigue. Then fibromyalgia, it's complex. It has so many symptoms. Number one, let's say the most common symptoms is fatigue. Fatigue in fibromyalgia patients, it's worse. You know, the normal fatigue, like for you, a normal person, a healthy person, when you say, I'm fatigued, the fatigue you're feeling at your core, like this is bad. For me, that is normal on a good day. And I'm still functioning through that fatigue. But when the fatigue is crazy, I can't even turn in the bed. You know, for me, there are moments I can't turn in the bed. I'm helped to turn because of the pain and the fatigue. And every single movement I make, every single motion, it pains. And fatigue, pain, we then cognitive issues, we call it fibrofog.
Fibrofog.
Yeah, fibrofog. So the fog it's so bad. Sometimes you feel like your brain it's just cotton. If you ever feel like your brain is just cotton wool, I don't know if it's making sense. Like it's just cotton wool. You can't think straight. Even making a sentence is difficult. You can't even remember anything. For me, I work with reminders on the phone.
Reminders.
Yes, I have to remind myself to do this. I forget. Sometimes you forget everything. Like we can be conversing and then I forget what I was supposed to say next. And for me, it happens. It's so normal. Or sometimes I say I want to make a sentence, then the word that is supposed to come last comes first. Whatever's supposed to come first comes last. Yeah, and it's complex. Sometimes we get migraines, and we have bowel issues, bowel movement issues. Like for me, I have it's called irritable bowel disease. So it's either I'm constipating or it's either I have a diarrhea. Like rarely do I have a normal bowel movement, and fibro is complex. I've even forgotten other symptoms. But the main symptom here is just general body weakness and general body pain. There is a criteria they use in diagnosing fibromyalgia, and if you fit that criteria, then that's how they come with the diagnosis. Because normally it does not show on lab tests, it does not show on imaging. It's very complex to diagnose. Yeah.
And your response to light, noise, and heat?
When I'm flaring up, flare ups, these are period when the symptoms are worse. Not, for me, there are days that the symptoms are just normal. They are not good, but they are normal. But when I'm flaring up, that is a period when the symptoms are too much for me. So during that period, when I'm flaring up, sometimes light amplifies my pain, noise or sound amplifies my pain, touch amplifies my pain. So normally I just want to be in a dark room, total silence, and sometimes I can't even touch my skin. If I can't touch my skin, someone else cannot. So imagine you're sick, you've got to see a doctor at the hospital, and they can't even touch you to examine you. Maybe you need meds, you need IV meds, they can't even cannulate you. And I don't know, it's complex.
Yeah, it really is complex.
It's complex.
And looking back, what is one thing you feel like, or you looking back, what is one thing you kind of felt like someone should have noticed, or you yourself would have noticed about your condition?
I wish I knew that fatigue was a symptom. Not just me, but everyone around me. I wish you could just tell that fatigue is a symptom. because that was my first symptom. And even like I just got used to being called lazy. Like it just became normal because sawa tu, si unasema mi ni mvivu sifanyi, juu naambia nimechoka. I don't want to believe me. If also I knew that fatigue was a symptom, I could have advocated for myself. But I didn't know that it was a symptom. So we dealt with other symptoms, everything except fatigue. And I wish I knew. So if you're a parent watching this and you have a child, or you have a sister, or you have a brother, or you just have anyone, someone around you that is always fatigued, they are not pretending. They are sick. Fatigue, it's a disease. You know, there are people diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. I had chronic fatigue syndrome. Right now, it's not bad, so I just let it do fibromyalgia. But I had chronic fatigue syndrome, CFS. It's a diagnosis on its own. It's not normal. Fatigue is not normal. It's a disease on its own. I wish I just knew that it was a symptom. I could have advocated for myself. I could have met my siblings and mom know that this is also a symptom. Even if you are dealing with other symptoms, you should also deal with this one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is honestly like, yeah, on normal individuals, yeah, like a fatigue is something like it's normal, it's not a normal condition. Like fatigue, it should be taken seriously. And have you ever experienced guilt, isolation, or anxiety? And how did you cope with it?
I have. At diagnosis, I was a mess. I was a mess. Because, you know, when I was first told, hi, Elsie, you have my first diagnosis was ankylosing spondylitis, but maybe we'll deal with that later. Then 6 months later, I got fibromyalgia diagnosis. So I remember with my first diagnosis, when I was told, hi, Elsie, you have this and this condition, my first question was, so how long is it going to take for me to be okay? Now that we know what the problem is, we have a name to what has been the problem for all this time. And the doctor told me, we cannot cure this. This is progressive. You can only manage it. The first diagnosis, not fibromyalgia. Then fibromyalgia came a few months later, and I was told this is chronic and we can only manage. It wasn't okay. I isolated myself. I just wanted to, you know, when anxiety hits or when depression hits, the first sign is isolation. But I didn't know that I'm not okay. I just wanted to be with myself. I didn't want people around me. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to stay in bed. And I remember the first time, now my rheumatologist, there are people that deal with these autoimmune conditions, they are called rheumatologists. So the first time he told me, I was admitted, I remember, told me you need to see a therapist, and I told him no, I am okay. Me, I'm not depressed. No. No, when you're depressed or when you have anxiety, you don't see it. People around you see it. Yeah. He was like, no, I don't. Me, I'm okay. I don't need him. I was like, no, you have to, but you know, I didn't want to. So he was like, okay, I won't force you, but you need to. But then he forced, like, he actually called him in without me knowing. So I remember that day I was in the hospital. I was waiting for chemo, and I was supposed to do some other tests. So the therapist came, and I remember it took me a whole year. I never said anything. I used to go for those sessions, cry, go back home. But I didn't know that was also part of the process.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was like he never pushed anything. The sessions used to be 1 hour. I used to go, cry, hand me paper towels, but he never pushed until we dealt with the anxiety. I took antidepressants, and I'm not ashamed. Honestly, I'm not ashamed that I've taken antidepressants before. But I'm not ashamed that I have anxiety disorder because uh, it's it like for me it tells me the far I've come from. It reminds me that you are a fighter. You've been through worse. You were isolated. You grieved. Your anxiety was so bad, but right now you're okay. So I have isolated. I've done all that. I have isolated. I have cried. I have grieved my health. I still grieve my health, baby. I still do. I still grieve. I still ask myself, would I been a different person if I were healthy? But I have never known myself to be healthy. So it's just questioning, would it have made any difference? I still grieve. Anxiety is still there. Sometimes it's worse. I remember the last time something good over time. I've been in therapy for so long, almost 10 years. Yeah. So right now, like I'm not consistent with therapy. Like it's not like before I used to see the therapist every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks. Right now I only go in when I feel like I need to. And it's a good thing that I can tell when this is not good. Like mentally, I need help. Yeah. So I tell if I'm not okay, I'll just call my psychologist and tell him I think I need an appointment. So I'll spell the book. Then I'll see my psychiatrist, tell him I need meds. I'm not okay. And I'm glad that nimefika hii point where I can know when I need help and when to ask for help. That is also very important. Asking for help. Yeah.
Yeah. Yourself, the fact that you are really self-aware, it's really playing a lot of role in your healing, and this takes us back to storytelling.
Yeah.
You have a YouTube channel. She has a YouTube channel that goes by the name Elsie Nandwa. And yeah, after this you can go and check it out. And from now onwards, she'll be uploading many stories revolving around that and the things that she's not going to mention in this video. And I believe it's gonna play a role in your life. So back to storytelling. What role do you feel like storytelling plays in putting scope your YouTube channel and like in your healing? What role is storytelling playing? What role is storytelling playing here in your in putting in scope your YouTube channel in your healing?
There's this video I posted on my YouTube channel, and it was talking about fibromyalgia. I was saying how we get no one believes that fibromyalgia is real. I was talking about how it's a real diagnosis. Our pain is valid. I spoke about the symptoms, how we are dismissed. Sometimes some doctors even dismiss us. Actually, not all doctors believe fibromyalgia is real. Unfortunately, that is so unfortunate. And there was this lady that commented and said, I have been sick so long. No one has ever found out what the problem is. I am fatigued. I am in pain. I have cognitive issues. Like everything you're speaking about in this video, I experience. Could it that I have fibromyalgia? I told her, honestly, I can't tell if you have fibromyalgia. What I know is autoimmune conditions, they mimic each other. But go back to the doctor you've been seeing, at least mention fibromyalgia to them. Maybe it will ignite something and maybe they'll give you the right diagnosis. Maybe they'll do the diagnosis by eliminating whatever and maybe figure out what your problem is. But I felt so good because this lady actually, she commented from the US.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
she commented from the US. I was like, if just a single video can help someone, because when you watch something, if only growing up I knew about these conditions, or maybe from watching someone's story, I'm sure it could have played a very crucial role in me finding diagnosis early.
Earlier.
Because it took us so long to find a diagnosis because we had no idea. We didn't even know these things exist. So that is why I am very passionate about speaking about my diagnosis. Initially, I wasn't because I was ashamed that I'm sick. But then I realized, Elsie, you're sick. You didn't do anything to get this. This is an autoimmune condition. No one even knows the cause. So many factors are involved. Genetics, weather, hormones, like no one knows the exact reason. Like, tell people your story, and I know you'll help someone. That one for sure, I know someone will watch my video, and they'll be like, oh, you see, or maybe if they already have the diagnosis, at least they'll know that I'm not alone. You know, when you have a community that you're going through the same thing together, it comforts you some way. Because I remember with me when I got diagnosis at that time, before the support group, before the doctor got the support groups, I knew I was the only one, honestly, because this is new. I have never heard of this. Who else has this thing? It's already rare, but when you have a community, when you have someone that knows something, it gives you comfort. That's why I'm so passionate. I want to educate people who have not found a diagnosis yet, and for those that have a diagnosis, I want them to know that they are not alone. We are in this together. Yeah.
Yeah.
A day at a time. That is my motto. A day at a time. Do what I can when I can. When I can't, I won't force it. I just take it slow. Yeah.
Thank you for that, and you are really, really educating many people. Yeah, I am your student also. Like,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I'm learning about that from you, and yeah, thank you again for being courageous enough to put it out there and
Thank
create
you.
that awareness.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, how does a normal day look for you, living with the unpredictable nature of the chronic illness?
A normal day. Honestly, I don't know what a normal day is, but in for me, I if I want to wake up at 7, maybe to take a shower, I'll wake up at 6. My alarm will ring at 6 because I can't make the first steps from the bed immediately. Can't. My body is always stiff. Sometimes fibromyalgia makes me stiff, but I'm stiff from my other condition. Yeah, that one. It comes with stiffness. So my heels become so painful. My joints are so sore. I wake up with swollen fingers, swollen feet. So when I wake up, if I want to wake up at 7, I wake up at 6 to just stay in bed, at least do a few stretches, to just prepare myself to make the first few steps because they'll be painful. Every day I do that. So for me, a normal day is when my pain levels are maybe a 4. And because I am always in pain, trust me, always. I don't remember the last day I was pain free. Honestly, I don't know the last day I was pain free.
Even today?
Yes, I can't function without meds, pain meds, because I am always in pain. So when I say my pain level is a 4 on a normal day, a 4 for a normal person, for a healthy person, trust me, you'll run to the ER thinking you're dying. And it's justifiable. Like, for real, for me, pain is pain. Whether mine is 15 out of 10 and yours 1 out of 10, for me, pain is pain. But when I say my pain levels are 4 on a normal day, for a normal person, it's a 10. But for me, I I know I have embraced how to push through it, and fatigue is always there. But I have learned how to. So for me, a normal day is when I can wake up, at least do things that I love, but struggle doing them. That is normal. Yeah.
When I saw you, like you were, when I first met you,
Mhm.
you were very, very optimistic. And after seeing your work on YouTube and after talking to you, I had a different perspective of the person I was going to meet. But when I meet you, like you are full of life.
What perspective did you have?
Oh, like I would say, like having a chronic disease, and like the way you mentioned about sometimes you feel pain that you wouldn't even touch yourself.
Yes.
Like I had another perspective. Like I wouldn't expect to be someone full of life as you,
Yeah.
and like where is this? Like it's like you have hope, and where is this hope stemming from?
Honestly, there's hope. in everything. There's always hope. It hasn't been easy to get here. It has not been easy. But then I feel that yes, I am sick. I have a chronic illness and a progressive disorder, both. But I'm not going to die tomorrow. I might, but I don't know if I'm going to die tomorrow. I don't know if I'll live to 80. So many people who have just left their homes healthy, very healthy. They get hit by a car, maybe a motorbike, then they die. But I'm sick, I have not died. If I'm sad, or if I feel like, you see, I can't do this, trust me, that is not living. That I'll live a very miserable life um if maybe I start being pity myself. I also don't like pity, my friends pitying me. I don't like pity, baby. I don't. Yes, I'm sick. It's okay. It's human, definitely.
To sympathize.
Yeah, to sympathize. It's human, but don't show it to me. Like because I am strong. Even my siblings, they always tell me, you're not supposed to be strong. We're the ones supposed to be strong for you. We are your caregivers. And my mom, we are your caregivers. Don't be strong because of us. But I don't do it for them, honestly. I just realized that now, honestly. I don't know. I don't do it for them. It's for me. I have to be strong for myself. Even if others are strong for me. I have to be my number one caregiver. I have to be my number one cheerleader. And I can't do that if I'm not hopeful. I can't do that if I pity myself. That's why I am very hopeful. And I also hope that someday we'll find a cure. This may sound crazy. Uh, there's this day I was thinking I wanted to like go to cancer and maybe donate my body for science or whatever. It just crossed my mind.
Okay.
Like for like, if a cure is not found soon, why can't I do it? Like, I want to participate in finding a cure for this. Like I'm just optimistic and hopeful that one day we'll find a solution. Even if it will be after I am long gone, at least for the next generations with the same conditions, they'll have a cure for that. That's why I'm very optimistic and hopeful. Yeah. And I want to enjoy this life. I want to live.
Amen. And you're gonna live.
I know.
You're
Sure.
gonna live. And have you ever been in a position where you had like to shift your definition of success, productivity, or identity?
Yes. Yes, I have identity. Honestly, my identity. I don't know myself without a chronic illness. Honestly, I don't. Because I want to be okay. I want to be healed. I want people to find that cure. But my question is, if we find that cure now, who is Elsie? Does it make sense? Like,
Makes
who
sense.
is Elsie? Because I have just known myself like this. Who is Elsie without fibromyalgia? Or who is Elsie without this other condition? I don't know myself without this. But I want to. And chronic illness shifts everything. Literally, it shifts everything. How you like how you perceive everything. For me, success does not. We all want to like have money. We all want to be rich, right? But for me, success is just having a healthy body, peace of mind, a pain-free body. For me, that is my greatest achievement. That is my greatest success. Just to be okay, zero pain, zero fatigue. My definition of success. Yes,
Okay.
that is my definition of success.
And yeah, I'm really out of words, but yeah, I'm getting to learn a lot from this conversation that we are having. It's very humbling. Like this is what matter. Health. health is what matter. And how do you manage your relationship with friends, families?
Honestly, I'm a very good pretender. Like, I know how to pretend I'm okay, even if my pain levels are crazy. I used to sabotage myself. Like, if I want to be with friends, even if I'm in pain, because I don't want to disappoint you guys, I show up. I used to do that, but along the way, I realized, no, this is very wrong. I can't self sabotage my health to just be around people. I have to take care of myself first to be able to show up for other people. And my relationship with friends has been okay. Although most of my friends right now are people from our support groups, people with autoimmune conditions. Those are my friends, most of them. Although from college, also I have friends from college and high school, but most of my friends are from the support groups. And I realized everyone comes to me with their problems. I'm always there for other people. Maybe someone is sick, they're admitted, I'll be there for them. I'll go see them. Maybe someone has, maybe their lab works are crazy, they are not okay, and they want to vent. I am always there. Then who is there for me? Mostly, I always run to my therapists. But then my therapist once sent me uh, an article about when taking care of others becomes a burden,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt that because he was just trying to tell me you need to take care of yourself. You're also sick, just like these other people. It's not bad. You're showing up for them. But are you taking care of yourself while you're taking care of them? And that it made me. Normally, I don't even tell people what's going on. If I'm sick and maybe I have a new diagnosis, something comes up, my blood is misbehaving, I don't even mention it to my friends. I'm just like, it will be okay. It will get better. But my friends are good. They show up for me. If I need help, financial help to get meds, they will show up. They will show up. My family too. They will show up. They always. Yeah.
Yeah, that is also one of the riches
Yeah,
that
true. Yes. Because
having
not everyone has a support
a
system.
system like
Yeah.
that, meaningful relationship like that. Yeah, that is a good thing. And what advice will you give someone who is still looking for answers because they are not still yet undiagnosed? They are undiagnosed. What advice will you give them?
This is a good one. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, your pain is valid.
Mm-hmm.
How you're feeling, it's very, very valid. You're the one feeling it. You're the one feeling the pain. You're the one feeling the discomfort. Don't let anyone dismiss you because they're not the one feeling what you're feeling. And another thing, don't Google your symptoms, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Don't, I know you want to find answers to, but Google will not diagnose you. Instead, it will just give you more anxiety. Just if don't give up. Go if you see this doctor and they are not helping, go to another hospital. Look for another doctor. Tell them how you're feeling. I feel like right now we are in an era where these autoimmune conditions they are common, and I feel like a good doctor when you see them and your symptoms relate those mimic those of an autoimmune condition, they should do uh, just an autoimmune panel test to just figure out. Also, a good doctor, if they don't know what they are dealing with, they should ask for help. Don't let someone use you as a guinea pig. because they will. Honestly, they will. Some people are not good at just saying, I don't know how to do this. I don't know what's wrong with you. Let's look for for someone else to help us with this. Some people just want to treat you, but honestly they are not. So just advocate for yourself. If this doctor is not working for you, look for another doctor that is working for you. Like we have something we say in our support. We have support groups that if if we have few rheumatologists in Kenya. So the thing is what they we always tell each other. Finding a doctor that works for you, it's like trying to get in a relationship. If several people, if you're trying to court several people and you're trying to get to know them, it's the same way with doctors. If this one does not is not good, wewe na mwingine. Like do that until you find the one that
serves you.
Yes, the one that helps you out. So don't just settle for someone that is not helping you. It is your body. You know how you feel. Find that help. Don't give up. It took me 17 years to get a diagnosis. 17, like from childhood, to get a diagnosis. So don't give up. We never gave up along the way. Despite all the misdiagnoses, despite all the pain, the financial strain, despite everything, my mom never gave up. We used to see, if we see this doctor and they are not helpful, she will see another doctor. I've even lost count the number of doctors, the number of physicians we saw, the number of surgeons we saw. Like, if someone could tell her, I know a doctor that is good, where is he? We'll go there, book an appointment and go. So don't give up. Eventually someone else will figure it out. Because with my rheumatologist, the doctor I'm seeing now, came, saw me the first time, looked at me, all the symptoms I had, some weird rash, everything, and was like, hey, I think I know what your problem is. I'm not sure whatever it is, but I just know it's one of the autoimmune conditions because I have like 10 of them in mind. So that is where I'm going to deal on. I'll deal on this. So we just did. Like, he just tested for almost everything. Like, he saw me and he figured out what the problem is from just one visit in less than 10 minutes. After 17 years of seeing thousands of doctors, just one guy sees me in less than 10 minutes, figures out what the problem is. So don't give up. Hang in there. Someone will figure it out sooner or later. Yeah. Don't give up and don't stop advocating for yourself. Don't let anyone dismiss you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that. That is an advice that it's gonna save a lot of people time.
Sure.
Yeah. And thank you again for that. So what is the most surprising experience? It can either be bad or good that happens when came by you sharing your story in public.
So many weird things happened. The first one, with my diagnosis, not just fibromyalgia, with the other diagnoses, most of them they are rare. And when my mom told her friends, early years of diagnosis, even before diagnosis, I had some symptoms, weird symptoms, uh, with my breasts. So then later diagnosis came. My mom was told that I'm bewitched. And she was told so many times too. I know someone that plays. If you just take her there, then she'll be okay. Meaning, like so many things. We Africans with pressure. But my mom was, I really love my mom. She was like, this girl is sick. She's not bewitched. She's okay. And if I have to pray for her, I will pray for her. But I'm not going to take my child to start hopping from one pastor to another pastor to another pastor. Because honestly, um, you never know the person you're taking. You may think this person is like a pastor, a real one, but you don't know whatever you're taking your child into. You don't know the altars you're taking your child to. But my mom was like, no, I'll just pray for her. If God hears our prayers, it's okay. But I know she will be okay. And I'm not healed, yes, but I am okay. And I'm glad that my mom stood her ground and said no. And this was said by a friend. You know, with autoimmune conditions, what happens? Your immune system is just hyperactive. So it starts to attack itself instead of protecting you. A friend of mine once told me that, sorry, I'm not trying to discriminate anyone, I'm just saying. A friend of mine once told someone that I am HIV positive. Yeah. And the thing is, it's not like being HIV positive, it's not a problem at all. In fact, I think they are even much okay than us. Very much okay. But the fact that you know what I'm going through, you know my diagnosis, you understand it so well, but you choose to ignore it and lie to someone. That was not good. Yeah. And for doctors dismissing my symptoms.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is touching.
Yeah.
That is touching.
Because I've been dismissed so many times. But right now I know I advocate. If I see you and you're rude, I just tell you, honestly I'm paying you to do this, so why are you rude? You can't dismiss me because I know what I'm feeling. So if I see you and you're kind of going to dismiss me, I'll just tell you my rheumatologist said to call me. I'd rather we call my doctor than let you dismiss me and let you be rude to me. I'm not trying to handle me like when whatever you have is not real or whatever. Or maybe think I'm just drug seeking. Because sometimes when the pain is crazy, maybe I'm given narcotics and opioids, and opioids are addictive. So when you find someone ignorant, they just think maybe you're drug seeking. You just want to be high, but honestly, it's not. Yeah.
What still keeps you going on the hard days?
I'm just optimistic. I just want to see what the future holds. I just want to know what I will be like in the next 10 years.
Amen. Amen to that.
What will happen? Also, I'm just looking forward to a remission. Like, a remission is a period when the disease is less active. It's there, yes. So we're just taking the main meds to maintain it, like to control it. But it's still there, but it's not active. At least most of the lab works are normal. So I'm also looking forward to that period when I'm in remission. And I hope when remission comes, it lasts. Even for just 5 years, that would be a very good break for me. I'll be so happy. Yeah.
And where can people find your work or even support you or connect with you?
I have a YouTube channel, Elsie Nandwa. I have a few videos there. I haven't uploaded several, but
and we are creating one today.
Yes.
From today.
And I also have a TikTok account.
Okay.
Elsie Nandwa. And
Elsie Nandwa too.
Yeah, Elsie Nandwa too also. Instagram account Elsie Nandu.
Nandu.
NANDU. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just create content there. We just post and educate people about autoimmune conditions. I am proud. I am a proud autoimmune disorder patient.
A warrior.
Yeah, I am a warrior. Yes, I am. That's how we call ourselves actually. Okay. We call ourselves warriors. Yeah. And it has not been easy to come, like to reach this point where I can talk about it and educate. But I just want to educate, honestly, I just want to educate. Because if only someone educated me before my diagnosis. I'm sure if I got a diagnosis early, I could have prevented so many things from happening. Because when the diagnosis takes time, damage has been done. And some damages are irreversible. So yeah.
Thank you again.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
again.
me.
Yeah. And fellow viewers, thank you also for your never-ending support. You're part of the reason we keep on doing what we're doing, and you can see we are creating more and more awareness. So also, yeah, go and support her to her channel, and I still believe there are many other ways of supporting her. You'll figure it with time. So thank you for your never-ending support. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers. Yeah, that was. Thank you again. Thank you again. Yeah, that was touching.